The Gambia is one of the smallest countries in West Africa with a population of 1.5 million. Its size 11,480 square kilometers. The Gambia has a democratic system with the separation of powers, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. The Gambia is well known, among other things, for its religious tolerance and the great liberty and empowerment that women enjoy. Like the rest of the world, the Gambia is faced with the challenge to fight the spread of HIV/AIDS. It also, like other countries, looks forward to a cure. According to the 2005 Sentinel Surveillance Report, the prevalence rate in the Gambia is 1.1% for HIV-1 and 0.6% for HIV-2. On 17th January 2007, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Dr. Alhaji Yahya Jammeh, announced his readiness to treat people living with HIV/AIDS and to cure them of the disease.
I have now decided that I will participate fully in the treatment of certain critical cases. One is asthma and one is HIV/AIDS. Well, since 1994, there are many Gambians who know what I can do. A lot of people have been treated in silence or under strict conditions of confidentiality.
The conditions to meet in order to receive the treatment were spelled out by the President.
One, the patient would accept to be treated publicly. First, in fact, the first and most important condition is that the person must be diagnosed by a medical practitioner or from a medical institution that the person has this particular disease.
9 people living with HIV/AIDS came forward to undergo President Jammeh's AIDS treatment, 2 males, 6 females, and 1 child. Rose Claire Charles was a UNV in the Gambia working with people living with HIV/AIDS and now a counselor. She runs one of the biggest AIDS support groups in the Gambia.
These 9 persons who are under treatment from His Excellency the President have been chosen through the 3 support groups in the Gambia. They've been living with the for a number of years.
The Gambian president comes from a family recognized and revered for their healing powers. His grandfather was famous for healing broken bones in a very short period of time. He was well known and respected in the Gambian medical arena. People came from far and near to get their bones fixed, even extreme cases of broken bones derived from road accidents.
Atam ñun suñ doomi mag ñu ko wax Ibu Keeta boobu moto bari wut gisul moto bi sax moto baa ngee ñëw lu fi dem fu mu dog moto bi rek mu jël ko fi mu ko daaneel daf ko béréng ba passé ñaari kër ba ñetteel ba mu teg ko kenn xamutoon ne kooku na ne ñëpp ne deena ñu jël ko yóbbu ko lopitaan bañ ko yóbboo lopitaan mu nekk fa ñaari fan mani jaay peer njaay ne ko nañ dem ñaan gaay ñu yóbbu kii Kalinlaay paa bi ne ko man sax suma xel ci loolu la nekkoon waaye nageen ma ne ma déglu mu ne ko nañ dem biñ demee fekk docteur yu baax a fa nekk ab jigéen bañ demee ñaan leen rek bañuñ ñu bàyyee ko mu jël moto peer bi dugal ko fa yóbbu ko Kalinlaay bañ demee Kalinlaay waa ji le tiim Ibu daf ko dugal yëpp ci saasi la ko dugal ko yëpp dem aga mu ne leen pare naa ñu ne ko pare nga ci la mu ne dugal naa yëpp ñëw tànka yi mu dëngam fi nga xam ne tànka bi dafa xaw a mel ni lu deñ daf ko takka mu wax leen waxtu ñu ko war a firi su waxtu wa jotee ngeen firi ko noonu la mbir mi doxee ma ne leen lii alhamdulilah yaaya baayam liggéeyam bee ko feeñu.
man mi in 1963 dem naa fa faju man maa suma ma bu ñu ooyee maam Ada Thiam mu ngi dëkkoon Number 1 Perseverance moo ma fa jëlee moo fa dañ ma admit hospital 3 days di taat dee mu ñëw jël si ma yóbbu ma ñu travel 3 days pour egga foofu bi ma ñëwee mu ne waa ji mu laa ko waa ji si joolaa mu ne ko bu ko wàccee si suuf jox ma ko waa ji ekkati ma teg ma si ko am mu mocc suma loxo bi mocc ko mu jóg am na benn néeg boo xam ne mu ngi jàkkaarloo moom suy dem on your left hand side si boori ndeyjooram mu dem fa xëcc fa benn li ñoo ooyee nafu mooy bu muy dee raabee ni basangi mu génne fa benn mu ñëw mu toog ma gis mu raab ko difin ko si loxom bi wañaa ko téye ko tufli si mu tafa ko suma loxo bi mu ne waa ji soo wax ko ne su delloo nañ fexe su mbir mi wéree banta bu mbi dina rot te bu rotee mu ne ko da ngeen ko sànni si teen bu màgget mbaa ngeen sànni ko si benn pax ngeen gas pax bu xóot ngeen def ko fa mbaa ngeen sànni ko fa xam ne dafa nekk déeg mu nekk comme léegi xam nga place boo xam ne ndox mi dafa des stagnant mu ne ngeen sànni ko foofu waaye bu ko nit déggaat bi ma fa jógee ba léegi suma loxo boobu musuma métti paa boobu rek ngaa feebar fii mu dem laal la rek nga wér ba eboo sa yax yi damat nuñ mun a damat rek paa bi mun na laa faj.
Usman Sow holds a master's degree in public health and was a lecturer at the School of Public Health. He knew his status in 1996.
It all started with a minor illness while I was attending a course in UK Leeds. I consulted a medical practitioner who suggested to me that if I so desire to take an HIV test, which I consented to. This was in the Leeds infirmary by the Leeds teaching hospital, where I underwent the test, and after counseling the necessary preparations, I was told that I was HIV positive.
You said minor illness. What was that minor illness?
Well, one of the things that the doctor realized at the time was the enlargement of the lymph nodes, which was a typical telltale sign of HIV infection.
Fatu Cow is a housewife. She discovered she was HIV positive when she attended a prenatal clinic during pregnancy. Fatu Jata knew her status in 1998.
I first discovered my HIV status in 1998 November, firstly in Gabon. But before this, knowing my status, I was sick, seriously sick, and then I was sent to a hospital where I was counseled by a doctor, and then the doctor again counseled me to have a test because he suspected that maybe I have HIV. So from there I was sent to a lab and my blood was taken, and then he asked me to go home for some time and then come back for my result. After some time, when I came back for my result, the doctor gave me my result, and then I found that I am HIV positive.
Jonkong Jaju fell ill very often. During one of her hospital visits in 1998, she was counseled for an HIV test, which she agreed to. She was HIV positive. Dado Jawa knew her status in 2004 after several bouts of illnesses. Fatu Fadera knew her status after an invitation from her husband to get tested. Jainab C discovered she was HIV positive in 1997. She was counseled to take the HIV test after frequent unexplained illnesses. The 2-year-old Adama lost his twin brother. His mother is HIV positive. The Gambian head of state started his treatment sessions on January 18, 2007 with the 9 patients. Almost all of them arrived to the treatment program weak and suffering from various ailments ranging from abdominal pains, skin infection, chest pains, coughing, and upper respiratory tract infections. They lost weight and lacked stamina. Dr. Malik Jai, the medical director of the Royal Victoria Teaching Hospital, took the vital statistics of the patients when they arrived.
Out of the 9, 2 were very, very sickly. 2 of them were worrying. They were not strong enough even to stand on their own.
The medicine to be used is carefully prepared by the president himself. President Jammeh's treatment entails reciting prayers from the Holy Quran before the start of each treatment, rubbing of herbal ointment and herbal mixture all over the patient's body, leading the patient in prayer, and giving the patient a herbal drink. This treatment is intensively carried out daily within the first few days and gradually reduces the intensity as the patient shows signs of well-being.
I thank the Almighty Allah for what we have achieved so far. Now, these are people that the least, these are people who have the disease for at least 12 years. Now, most of them, when you check the date of diagnosis and when their problems started or when their partners died, it's almost 12 to 13 years. So we are not dealing with a new case or somebody who has been infected just a few years ago. But you will see that, I said 3 days. And obviously, when you go to the records, which is filmed, which is on video, on tape, you will see that even after the first treatment, the first day, the first treatment in the morning, they have seen marked improvement because they all came with severe abdominal pain, constipation. Somebody was having constipation, chest congestion. Some of them, one was suffering from chronic dizziness, loss of appetite, and they could not even stand for a long time, except for 2 that were really very strong. No. And so the 3rd day, you can see them, they were running the 3rd day, they were doing exercise and laughing. Today, alhamdulillah, I think you spoke to most of them. And every day we treat them, we ask them for any problems, and they tell none of it. There's none today that is feeling any pain, any part of the body.
At day 5 of the treatment, blood samples were taken from the patients for a test on their CD4 count. According to doctors, the CD4 is the T lymphocytes. In a layman's language, it means the security guards or helpers of the immune system. These T lymphocytes are destroyed by the AIDS virus. Therefore, if one's CD4 count is high, it means he or she is healthier. Within a week of treatment, all 9 patients showed visible signs of general well-being.
Here I want to say that what I've been feeling for most of the time has been general body weakness. Constipation has been also a very common problem that I have been experiencing over the years. Itching is another, problem that I have been also reporting to my treatment, providers along. So those were, 3 key problems that I've been experiencing, along the way.
And when you say weakness, what do you mean? You don't have any energy to do work?
Yes, I am a lecturer, and before I have been very active in the in the classroom, but over the years I realized that I could not stay for longer periods than I used to be, and this was gradually decreasing as time went on. But this has I think my vitality to be able to do such things has tremendously increased.
Now, since you started treatment with His Excellency the President, how have you been feeling? Tell us about your experience with this treatment.
Thank you very much. I think on the whole, personally, I have experienced tremendous improvement in, as I said, in my vitality to be able to do certain things. I wish you were here some days ago, seeing me running up and down, with great vigor. Constipation, which has also been my, major problem, has also greatly reduced, which I feel is directly attributable to the treatment I have received from His Excellency. And the body itching has also, significantly reduced, Madam.
So you can be in the classroom and stay longer on your feet and not feel tired?
Absolutely, absolutely, without doubt. I have confidence that when I go back to the classroom, I would definitely be able to deliver, as I used to, days, some years ago.
Within 10 days, I am able to put more weight, and also I feel that I am getting more healthier than before.
man bi ma commencé di jël garab beeg léegi kay changes am na waaw ndaxte suma yaram bi lim daan def defatu ko.
Dado Jawo was one of the patients who arrived in a very bad shape.
Flo ko no katay akandimi kurantale kende kede
Munike dimino.
nsisole kandimi wo wato sise dimo wala benna nsafu no alhamdulillah rabbil alamin biri nganyim boro dati anin sayintem fe sayin siso bukandimi mbalo man trandimi kan hani dulato hani kulol kono menul katay no wo bele stop ta say.
Fatou Jata was also very sick when she arrived for the treatment.
Bala may jël garab yi dama sonon torop nak dama wikon because leka bu correct sa duma ko daan mun waye legi su ñëwé man ma dé ñëka diman leka waaw ni ma daan soné sonatuma ko legi.
The results were impressive.
We have just now received the results of the laboratory tests from Royal Victoria Teaching Hospital concerning the CD4 counts for the patients being treated by His Excellency the President, and the results are really very impressive and excellent. In fact, most of the patients presently, they have a CD4 count of between 195 to 1,338. This is an excellent news. This means that the treatment is going very fine. There is marked improvement with the patients from the laboratory point of view. In order to be on ARVs, you have to have your CD4 counts being 200 or below. And you could see now, out of the 9 patients, His Excellency is treating 7 of them, they have their CD4 counts above 200. Some of them, they have 450, 500, 750, 834 to 1,334. This clearly shows that the treatment is very, very effective, and we are really having gains now, which we can declare to the whole world that before the treatment, we have patients who had a CD4 count of less than 50 and now are having an increment in their CD4 levels to about 200 to 1,334.
The patients reacted to the test results of their CD4 count.
dama kontaan président mi booba nekk di jox garab loolu moo tax ma kontaan ne suma CD4 count bi dafa baax.
This is a world record. Lab tests have, revealed that our CD4 counts have considerably increased, during the time that we have been, under his treatment here. I am, a happy man. I would go home happily to meet my family, and enjoy and enjoy my family life as I really want it, and continue to be a productive citizen. As you know, I'm a lecturer at the School of Public Health. I'm looking forward to be active once again in the classroom and, serve the country in any other capacity that, I can, contribute.
dama kontaan ba ëppa fu mu ne nii ba si tey dafa mel ni dañu jël mbuba ñu simi ko si suma biir yaram.
Mbafula alhamdulillah rabbil alamin because ntol bina inte fango especially man nte birinte binaja nte be nyame no ngalonne mbalo be nyame no fanan molbe hani imam fenko nyinje dimo nyin fenkeno bari nte ngalonne ko dimo be mbalale bari mol fango sa identify no dimo be mbalale because mbalo be no nyamen ha bari nyin bi sa intenti nte bi mbe kontane len fo malum fango mbe munekela.
This was how President Jammeh reacted to the test results.
Well, I have always been very confident that anybody with AIDS or HIV/AIDS or HIV positive, if you reach here, you will not die. You will be cleared of the disease. Sometimes it will take, it ranges from 3 days to 10 days to 20 days to 30 days. But you can see that those who were almost very low on CD count, 4 count, these are the two that have gained at least 100 and above, right?
Yes, 135 to 145.
Yes. That means they are no longer in the danger zone. In fact, they are okay now. And these are, of course, cases that they are among the worst case scenario when they arrive here. As I said, when they first arrived, some of them could hardly stand for 2 minutes. And also, you realize that with the one that had it for 2 years, 9 months. Yeah.
2 years, 5 months.
He has the highest score on the CD4 count. He has 360 something. Yes, which is very remarkable in 10 days. And the problem we had a problem with him because for him to take medicine, we have to force him. Even to apply medicine on his body is a big problem, even today. So we always deal with him last. So, but as I said, if it is 2, 3 years, 4 years, you can clear him in 10 days. But of course, we'll clear all of them completely. I want to make sure that they also regain their health because most of them had very big problems with their internal organs like intestines, and especially the women also had chronic problems. I don't know what the Western terminology is. But they're all, now they're not coughing, they are not wheezing, and you see, they can run.
Congratulations, Your Excellency.
Thank you. You see, what I said is very clear. Somebody whose time is up, there's nothing I can do. Okay, they wanted to give me a patient. I think this was after we treated
below 70.
the second day of the treatment. Then told me that somebody was below 70 and they wanted to bring him. I looked at my Quran and I told them there's no way. And within 24 hours he dies. The following day I asked for him and they told me he's gone. Yeah. If I want, I can discharge them except for 2. Yes. They can, but I want to make sure that they go home healthy. I just don't want them to take certain things for the time, and that's why we're keeping them, all of them together as a team. But I could have told them to go home and then come every 48 hours for the medication. Now the medication you would have noticed, you were not here with us, you would have noticed that it's not as intense as before. Today they didn't have anything in the morning. They didn't come for treatment, just coming for their normal for their treatment just now.
At day 10 of the treatment program, blood samples were taken from all the patients again, this time for tests on their viral load. The samples were sent to Sheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar, Senegal, Faculty of Medicine and Pharmacy. Meanwhile, the patients continue to show improved general conditions and vitality.
I've gained weight considerably. I've never, weighed, 80, kilograms. But here, I'm told, and even today, if I weigh, I would add something to 80, kilograms. That's a significant improvement in my health status.
Man kay fu ma nekk nii mun naa wax ne wér naa parce que jafe-jafe bi ma daan gis suma yaram bi gisatuma ko sa léegi.
Rose, you have been with these patients since quite a long time ago, and you have observed them since they started this treatment with His Excellency the President. What are your impressions then and now?
Okay, as you rightly say, I'm with them from the beginning. And when they started, especially 2 of them, they were very, very weak. And all of them were kind of sick psychologically, physically. and comparing them to now, where they are currently, they are very well. They show signs of psychologically stable. They are stable. Their nutritional status is very, very good. You can see that they have put on weight. Their cheeks look very bright. They can socialize much better as well.
The test results of their viral load arrived a few days later.
I have the honor to read the following results. Adama Mane, undetectable viral copy. That means it's less than 25 copies, is undetectable. Fatu Fadera, the viral level is undetectable. That means it's less than 25 copies. Dado Jawo, you have 250 copies. That is less detectable. Fatu Cow, undetectable. There is no virus detected after series of investigations. Less than 25 copies per mil. Usman Sow, viral load less than low detectable. That means it's less than 75 copies. Jainaba C, the viral load is moderate. That means you have less than 6,204 copies. Jokong Jeju, still the viral load is there. You have 23,753 copies in the blood, but it has been reduced. Fatu Jata, still the virus is there. You have 1,252,790, but it has decreased too. Lamin Sise, the viral load is still there. The viral copy is 58,808, but it has significantly been decreased. So these were the results from Sheikh Anta Diop University in Dakar, Senegal.
The man behind this cause was confident.
First of all, I thank the Almighty Allah who made this possible. What I want to assure some of you who still have some high degree of viral load, remember that this was only 10 days after. This was after 10 days treatment. One thing I can assure you is that you will not die of it. And the fact that by the grace of the Almighty Allah, none of you is going to die of AIDS. By today, if you had to conduct another test, the results would be different because that one was after 10 days. There is no medication in the world today, Western medication, that can be that effective in 10 days with regards to HIV treatment.
The Gambian head of state strongly believes this treatment should go beyond the 9 patients.
I think all of you have partners. The next set we are going to treat, if you have a partner, the partner must come, or otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Going back to a partner who is still positive and you can be reinfected.
I asked the Gambian head of state what inspired him to take up curing of HIV/AIDS.
The inspiration is from the religious point of view of being of service to serve humanity in the name of Allah. So the powers come from Allah. The inspiration is from the Quran that you have to be of service to humanity. You know, you cannot pay Allah with money. You cannot offend Allah directly in most cases. But you can offend Allah by offending humanity, doing wrong, evil things to human beings. You understand? So if you do good things to human beings, you are serving Allah, and that's the inspiration.
In the process of treating the patients, the Gambian head of state also addressed the issue of stigma.
As I told you, we have had numerous telephone calls from individuals, but once you are with a high-profile citizen like His Excellency the President, you are never ashamed because you see him eating with us. That's a pride for us. That's all that we have been crying for, that eminent people associate themselves with us so that, others would, emulate their example. And there is no better person to do that for us than His Excellency, the President, Alhaji, Dr. Yahya A.J.J. Jammeh.
président bi daal maa ngi koy gërëm lu muy def nii ñu ngi koy ñaanal yal na mu yàgga ci suñ kanam parce que lu mu def nii mënuñ ko koo fay.
The quest to find a cure for HIV/AIDS has taken world center stage for decades now. The Gambia has made a breakthrough. The reality is, 5 out of the 9 patients undergoing President Jammeh's HIV/AIDS treatment has been tested clinically outside the Gambia, and the results show no detectable virus. These are people that have been battling with AIDS over the last 9 years.
Coming to the clinical aspect, we've seen that within these 10 days, all the 9 patients that we are managing under the leadership of His Excellency, the President, all of them, they've gained weight ranging from 3 to 15 kilograms. All the clinical symptoms that they came with, like headache, chest pain, general body weakness, diarrhea, insomnia, nightmares, name it, they've all disappeared. Oral thrush, all those symptoms, within 10 days, they've disappeared. This also shows that the treatment is very effective. So within all medical and laboratory parameters, this is a very successful and impressive management.
The remarkable difference in the health conditions of the 9 patients within a span of 5 days after the start of the treatment brings great hope in the fight against HIV/AIDS.